Today is a whole pantry clean out. Clearly there needs to be some stuff cleared out because the shelves are starting to overflow again. But also my husband and I have taken food sensitivity tests. We have decided to just really cut down the sugar for our kids because my twins, I'm 99.9% sure they have ADHD. It's highly genetic. I have ADHD. And so the number one thing they recommend is to cut out sugar, processed foods, all that stuff. So I'm going to clean out as much as I can. Oh, and also I started doing the ketogenic diet. My husband finally convinced me to do it, and it seems to be working out well so far. So I'm going to clean out some of my snacks that don't fall into that diet anymore. Overall, lots of changes in my family between food sensitivities, diet changes, all that. So we're clearing this out, donating what we don't need, because I did a pantry clean out a few months ago. Nothing in here should really be expired. So there's gonna be a lot to donate. Oh, and then after we clean everything out too, I may be going shopping to fill in some of the gaps and holes, depending on how much we have to clear out. I might do a little bit of clothes shopping too. We'll see how much time I have. Before we get too far into it, I always have to shamelessly plug my channel. Subscribe for more motherhood, cleaning, decluttering, shop with me, whatever I'm doing in life content, and go follow me over on Instagram and TikTok, just at myZimmy. Organizing from the bottom to the top, I am looking over the nutritional labels on a ton of items to make sure they still fall into at least someone in my family's diet. There are a ton of dietary changes happening between my husband testing positive for a ton of food allergies that were giving him crazy eczema and joint pain, going on keto for myself in hopes of it giving me more energy, and then cutting out more sugar for our kids. ADHD runs in my family. I have it as well, so I'm not scared of it or anything, but reducing sugar has been shown to help. I'm not a doctor, so do your own research if you have ADHD kids, but cutting down sugar further in our house is something I'm choosing to do. Technically, if you don't go too crazy on the beans, they work with keto. So I just need to make more chili. I need to work through these beans one way or another. All right, so we have all the beans here, an insane amount of beans, but then we have all this marinara sauce because my kids love any type of pasta with marinara sauce. So I'll just set all these here. This is a newer tomato sauce that we got, and I really like it for the kids because it has tons of veggies in it. It has obviously tomato, but then carrot, bell pepper, sweet potato, butternut squash, spinach, red beet, onion, garlic, olive oil, and mushroom. But I just like how many other veggies they have in it. It's high in fiber, no sugar added. It has just a whole bunch of vitamins and minerals. I'll be honest, my kids don't like just this sauce on the noodles. They won't eat it. It doesn't taste good enough to them. So I generally do a 50-50 split of this sauce and then one of the sauces that they like that isn't full of vitamins and minerals. All right, everything looks pretty good on this bottom row. We actually have a little space here, but let's move our way up. Next, we have this shelf that has gotten quite messy. Right away, I'm going to be donating these jams and jellies just because it's a lot of sugar. I want to be clear, I am not judging anyone else for what they eat. Obviously, I have been giving my kids lots of sugar for the last 5 years, but just knowing that they have ADHD and how sugar can really increase the symptoms of ADHD, we're really cutting it out. Everyone else, do whatever you want. Like, feed your kids whatever you want. I don't care. I'm just letting you know what we're doing. And I'm not a saint because I'm keeping my Costco size ketchup. This was originally my husband's, and we found out that he has a sensitivity to almonds, so I'm going to be donating this. Oh no! Okay, I have been loving liquid IVs, but they're not keto friendly. One of these sticks is 12 grams of carbs, which that's like half my carb intake allowed for the day, so I'm going to donate these. These are keto friendly. I got these at Costco, 1 gram net carb per serving. This is a new obsession at our house. We have so many. My husband and my kids like them, and they're incredibly healthy. They are called Flackers. They are flaxseed crackers. 1 gram net carbs, 6 grams protein, 9 grams fiber per serving. It's keto friendly, but it's also packed with omega-3s because there's a lot of omega-3s in flax seeds. And omega-3s are really good for kids with ADHD. So they taste good. It's eating straight flaxseed and seasoning. It's really good for you. So let me just organize this in a nice fashion. We have multiple bags of the same flavor opened already because it was so disorganized. So I'm organizing like flavors together and keeping the already open bags near the front. I don't know why people put empty things back in the pantry, but this is empty. Next, we have all these noodles. It's kind of become a mess of noodles. I really like these carbonara egg fettuccine noodles. They're reduced carbs. They cook so fast in 3 minutes. There's still a ton of carbs, but less if you want to treat yourself but have reduced carbs. So these are really good. They really taste like regular noodles. So we do a lot. I've talked about it in my other food videos, but we do a lot of lentil noodles and mung bean noodles. They're just a much healthier alternative to just regular white pasta noodles, but they're made like just with the beans. They have more protein, like this one right here, 1 serving size, 12 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber. It's still a lot of carbs, 35 grams of carbs, but if you're looking to add fiber and protein to yours or your kids' diet, this is an easy way to do it. Technically, the mung bean ones are a lot healthier than these, but these ones for me taste so much better that I'll eat these any day over the green ones. But my kids surprisingly actually like the green ones. They kind of taste like green peas. So they like peas, so it makes sense that they like this. I don't. So it makes sense that I prefer this. We'll donate these just because my husband and I can't eat these. And for some reason, my kids hate mashed potatoes. I don't understand it. Mashed potatoes are like heaven for me. My kids won't eat them. It must be a texture thing. Now reaching back here, these are bittersweet chocolate chips. They aren't extreme sugar, and I've actually been using these to bribe my youngest to use the potty. Anytime he uses the potty, he gets 1 chocolate chip. So really, I only need this bag. I'm gonna donate this one. So these are the chocolate chips, the Bake Believe. You can just get them at Walmart. That's where I get them. But 0 grams of sugar chocolate chips. They taste really good. Looking at my baking ingredients, I have taken kind of a break on baking. I used to bake all the time, but then I was just eating really sugary, like carb-filled baked goods all the time, to the point where I would eat them and be full and couldn't eat my own meal because I'm a child. Anyways, these are all my baking ingredients. I am going to keep them just in case I'm cooking for like an event where other people may not be as strict on their sugar as me, but I do have my sugar replacements. Like I do have regular brown sugar here, but then I have brown sugar swerve, which is 0 sugar erythritol brown sugar replacement. The flours that I'm not going to be using going forward, however, is this almond flour, because of the almond sensitivity that was picked up, especially in my husband and a little bit, just enough in my kids, that we're not going to use this anymore. I will keep these other ones though. Oh, and actually this flour can go too. We always use whole wheat flour if I bake. So that regular flour has just been sitting and I haven't used it at all in months because I just use whole wheat flour or some of the alternative flours now. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like extra space here that I am going to utilize to put some other new baking ingredients into, like this ground flaxseed. We have all types of like seeds that we're trying to use more of, so I'm going to be putting those in here. The ground flaxseed is actually a great egg replacement. To replace 1 egg, all you need to do is use 1 tablespoon of the ground flaxseed plus 3 tablespoons of water, and it does turn into like this same consistency as an egg. Moving on up a little bit higher now, this right away is donate. My husband got these because we do like the Mama Chia pouches, but he didn't realize that these ones were energy and have caffeine added into them. And we don't want the extra caffeine, so I'm gonna donate these. They're still really great though. Technically not okay for my husband, but I can eat it myself. It's made with almond flour. The reason I got rid of the almond flour, like baking stuff though, is I'm not gonna go through baking like this entire thing if only I can eat it. But you know, I'll do this really quick for myself for breakfast. All right, I'm running out of workspace because of the floor. So let me clear out this floor so that I can keep going with what I gotta do up top here. Okay, I can at least stand now. All right, so next I have this here, which is all my husband's stuff. Oh my gosh, he has so many chia seeds. Chia seeds. I mean, he does eat them, but we don't need this many chia seeds. So I need to organize it in a fashion that he knows he has it. This Lazy Susan has become such a random hodgepodge pile of items. So I'm looking at the nutritional labels. Even if we're keeping it, I'm just setting it to the side so that I can reorganize it, start anew. Anytime we have duplicates, as always, I put the duplicate right behind the one that may already be open, just so that it's not forgotten and rebought before we use up all that we have. Now we have these bins. These have gotten quite overflowing. These bins are still in the category of my husband's snacks, and for some reason a whole bunch of items that are not actually my husband's snacks or anything he would eat because they're not keto friendly, but a lot of just random things have ended up in his bins. So I'm clearing those out. Most of them I'm moving down 2 shelves to the kids shelf so that these bins can just remain my husband's snack bins, easy access for him to know all the things he can have in the pantry. All my husband's keto candy, and I guess mine too now. For cereal on top, I think we're actually good here. We have a whole bunch of blank space here, which I can put just like the extra food storage. And then this here, I basically just have chips that our friends and family enjoy. I want other people to have a good time when they come over, so I'm keeping that. Now I want to organize all of the overflow that I've always kept at the bottom of my pantry. It's really just extras that don't fit into the specific area. Like I can't fit another one of these boxes in the clear mung bean noodle container. So it goes into the overflow until I can refill where it properly goes. So I'm just gonna organize this, take out any overflow that is not something we would eat anymore. This I'm going to put in the outside fridge for the kids. It's just apple juices, reduced sugar apple juices. This is Walmart's basically dupe of Honest Company apple juice. It's only 40, like literally the nutritional facts are the same as the Honest Company or very similar. It's essentially watered down apple juice, which is what I want for my kids. So this is what I get for them. All of the noodle overflow in here, and then I can store it on the top so it's not sitting on the floor. But yeah, all the noodle overflow is going on this side. I know I probably won't drink it. Maybe if we have like a really rigorous active day out, which I mean, I don't have that many rigorous days out, but if I do, I'm gonna let myself keep these just in case. I'm not ready to get rid of them. So that overflow is staying down here, and this one I'm moving to the top shelf because it's all the noodles and beans. That's essentially like baking overflow, and this is meal overflow. Last thing to do is take everything out and off the ground so I can do a full sweep and pick up the crumbs and rogue food that have accumulated over the last few months. much more organized, and now I know what we have. So when I go grocery shopping later, I won't be rebuying duplicates, and I will actually be filling gaps of what we need because I will know we do not have it. That's our recycling bin down there. We have one overflow down there, one overflow on top. We have the kitchen trash bags up top. They used to be on the floor because there wasn't room on the shelves. We have our like cooking gloves here. Pancake mixes, oatmeal mixes that fit into our diet. My husband's snacks are up here. All of the candy that is keto friendly up there. All of the noodles there. Baking goods are all here. We have kind of just miscellaneous broths and extras there. This is the kids shelf and some for my husband and I too, because we all eat these flackers. We all eat these high keys. And then we have all the canned stuff on the bottom. Okay, I feel much better about the status of this pantry. I hadn't like done a thorough declutter of it since the official declutter video that I filmed of it, and it clearly got out of control. What I'm learning about decluttering since I've started this decluttering journey is once you declutter once, it's not over. You consistently have to go through areas and re-declutter. It's obviously never as big as long as you don't have too long of gaps between declutters. But I need to be better about re-declutters throughout my house so that things don't get piled up like it did in here again. So stay tuned for more re-declutters on my channel. But next thing we're going to do is I have a whole bunch of keto recipes and just dinner recipes saved on my phone for me and my family. Now that I know exactly what we have and don't have, I'm gonna go through those recipes, make a grocery list, and then we'll head over to the store. I organized my fridge and freezer in a recent video, so I pretty much know what we got going on in here. I can actually like open and close this freezer without problem. It used to be so full that my kids would open it sometimes and things would get discombobulated down here, and then they weren't able to close it because boxes were like sticking up, preventing it from being able to close, and then the food would all go rotten. So I cleared this out last week. But I have a secret for y'all. We have a freezer and a fridge also in our garage. I'm a little bit ashamed of it. I will admit I'm a little ashamed of it. It is quite full too. We got these extra fridge and freezers out in our garage because before I was doing all of this great decluttering, our fridge and freezer inside was just way overfilled. We couldn't manage it. So we started first with getting the deep freezer that you see over here. And then even that wasn't enough. So then we ended up getting this fridge freezer combo for the garage outside. Honestly, we probably don't need the fridge freezer combo in our garage anymore, but at this point, we already have it. Like, you can't return it at this point. So we're just keeping it. And it's really mainly our drink fridge out here. And then we do keep, I mean, I guess I do need to clean this out. This is probably something I should do right now, actually. I take full responsibility for the mess that is my life. Oh my God, these are so good, heavenly. I can't have them now, but I'm gonna keep them because they're just like a really special treat that I'll give my kids every so often. I haven't tried these yet. I recently got these because they are keto-friendly pizzas, and pizza is one of my favorite foods. So still need to try that. These are the best salmons from Costco. Consolidating salmons because there's only one in here and there's plenty of room to put it in here. Moving down to the fridge, it's primarily drinks in here or fridge items that can last for a while, like hot dogs or those Pillsbury croissant rolls. The fresh food that expires faster, I try to keep in the main fridge in our house so that we use it up. I will say, it's nice having this extra fridge though to keep drinks cold in the summer. Nothing beats a cold Topo Chico. So not so overflowing anymore. We have only the stuff that we need. Over here, I feel good about it. The bottom shelf, other than that lettuce, is all pretty much booze, but it's low carb booze. All right, next we're going to look through this dirty little freezer here, but first, let's just take a look at how freaking messy this garage is. Garage declutter coming as soon as it's not 100 freaking degrees outside in Texas. Let's take a look in here. This I can consolidate with the other one. Okay, I take back what I said before about which outdoor fridge or freezer I should keep. I think I should keep the fridge freezer that I just decluttered, and it's actually this deep freezer that doesn't need a home in my house. What I realized decluttering this is that this deep freezer is basically Narnia for frozen foods. They go in here to never be seen again. I pulled out an embarrassing amount of food that was expired years ago and freezer burned beyond belief. I know some people will say that frozen items can't go bad, but when it's supposed to be a whole bunch of individual like little chicken strips and it's somehow become one giant like amorphous block of ice, it's not good anymore. Oh my gosh, some really old breast milk. Several years old. Okay, I cleared out a lot because there was just so much that was completely freezer burned to death. I'm gonna try to not use this freezer as often in the future and hopefully get to the point where I don't use it at all because it's so deep down that things just get forgotten in here, never to be found again. I mean, I had breast milk in here that was 3 years old. So clearly I'm not reaching into the depths of this thing often enough. Headed to Target now with my tiny short little grocery list of things that I need. Fortunately, as I'm looking through the recipes, keto seems pretty straightforward. It's not that complex. It's like chicken, fish, steaks, scallops, and then low carb veggies, avocado, grass-fed butter. It's not as complex as I thought it would be. So I'm going to get some of the basics. I really don't need that much because fortunately we already have almost all of the spices, seasonings, and accoutrements that go along with it. So what I'm going to spend most of my time doing at Target is going to the women's clothing section and going shopping for myself. I have a few girls' weekend getaways coming up quick. I haven't had a girls' weekend in so long, and then all of a sudden I have 2 coming up next month. So, you know, I want to look cute and fresh and fun and up to date on these girls' weekends. So let's look at the clothes at Target because I feel like that's about as up to date and hip as I can look, is the clothing section at Target. So let's go. In my last Target shop with me, I looked at these like little home on the prairie dresses and I was very confused by it. I didn't understand it. And as I'm looking at them today, I can confidently say I still don't get this. And it's just not my vibe. If it's yours, that's great. I'm sure you're so comfortable. It's not for me. Still not for me. Overall, a lot of the stuff in the A New Day brand just didn't really fit my style. Normally, that's the brand that I like at Target, but it just seemed very, just not for me. So I ended up actually being a little child and going over to the Wild Fable section, which I know is their juniors brand, but it just felt more fun and fresh and summery. They had a lot of really cute dresses. Unfortunately, the ones that kind of stuck out to me, they didn't have in my size, so I'm going to have to go online to get those. But they had a lot of options, and something I had never seen before was kind of wedding-esque attire or bachelorette party-esque attire. I don't know. I guess it depends on who you are, what this would qualify for. But these fake satin dresses or satin-like dresses, I thought were unique, and I'd never seen anything at Target like this. But then, typical me, I ended up going towards the very casual section. Casual tees, shorts, tanks, that's pretty much what I wear 99.9% of the time, or leggings, but I already have plenty of leggings. But you can never have too many space-dyed or tie-dyed shirts that can get really dirty from your kids, but not look dirty. I also really liked these cute tank top bodysuits that had a fringe detail on the sides, and they came in 2 colors. Then I can never pass up a good deal. My favorite panties are 7 for $25, at least as of the time I was filming this they were. They're just the no-show Auden panties. And I know some people really hate that word. I'm sorry I said it multiple times. But anyways, the ones that I like the most are the hipsters, but they were almost entirely sold out. So I ended up getting the bikini ones. And then last stop, because again, I am a child, I had to check out the art class girls section. I know, it is for literal children because it is the art class brand. But what I do in the regular women's sizing, I wear a size small, and I just size up to a size large or extra large in the art class brand. And I feel like I find some pretty cute stuff here that I've really liked in the past. Just noting, I only get shirts in this brand. The bottoms don't fit me, and then the dresses are way too short. So this only works, at least for me as a 5'4" woman who weighs 135 pounds, this only works for tops. Now that I have a few new clothing options to try on at home, I need to get the food for dinner tonight and tomorrow. It's pretty simple. I'm just getting veggies and chicken pretty much. So we love the organic steam in a bag green beans. I don't actually steam them in a bag. I cook them on the stovetop with butter, garlic, salt, and pepper. Then some avocados are always a favorite in our house, and some cheese. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's been about a little over a week since I filmed this video, and it's embarrassing, but I can only be honest. I lasted 1 week doing keto, and now I can't do it anymore. Can't do it anymore. It was nice while it lasted, but I gotta have some carbs, at least some carbs. So I try to do low carb when I can, but I'm not disciplined enough to do keto like my husband. So I still strive to eat healthy and do what I can to reduce unnecessary carbs, but I just love carbs. Trying on some of these new clothes that I got, and I really like this shirt, I must say. It was not the cheapest shirt at Target. It was $22.99, but I mean, I think it's really cute. And the actual fabric, I think, is a really beautiful, pretty fabric. This one that I'm wearing is a size extra small. I generally wear size small. Extra smalls usually never fit me. But because this is so incredibly stretchy, it seems to work. So I really, really like this shirt. Next, absolute love from this shopping trip are these Wild Fable bodysuits. I got the cream and floral one and also the moss green one. But I really like this detail on like the edges, and I feel like it's just a super flattering fit. And yeah, I'm definitely wearing these the rest of summer. It's the perfect summer top. And bonus points, it's $15 regular retail, but at least as of filming this, and hopefully still, I'll have it linked below along with everything else in the video, but it was only $10 when I got it. So super good deal. Here's the green one too, for anyone who wanted to see the green one. I definitely like the cream and floral one more, but I really like this one too, and we'll keep both. This is the one that is from the brand Art Class. It's the kids brand one, but I just like it. It's super simple, easy, will look clean even when it's dirty when I'm hanging out with my kids. I like it. I got this Wild Fable cropped tee also. This one is a size small from Wild Fable. Just for reference, the kids brand Art Class one is a size large. Since I obviously am not a child, I have to size up 2 sizes, but it fits pretty similarly to this one. And I like this one too, again, because even when it gets dirty, it's still just gonna look fine. And I always forget to film the outro, so this is an outro slide. If you want to keep hanging out, click on one of the videos that should be floating over the screen at this point, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!